Welcome to Mindset, Mood and Movement, a systemic approach to human behavior, performance and well-being.
It can be really lonely at the top. Now, if you're a founder, a leader, a solopreneur, a consultant, running a franchisee, a sort of business where it's you and it's your business or your organization where you have to make the decisions, it can get really lonely. Now, I don't know if this resonates with you, but I have coached a lot of founders around this very topic. Of course, in coaching, we're looking to strategic gains, mindset changes, building outcomes and visions, really shifting the business and life. But one thing I find so often is that we can get lonely. And I've coached many founders who've got this situation and haven't seen it coming. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about loneliness as a leader and what we can do about it. So the first thing we want to do is know the signs, okay? Know the signs. What might we be looking for? Now, it comes to my mind, sort of doing a check of all the people I work with. One of the big things is there's a negativity. It can be really detrimental that if you're feeling lonely, there's no one to bounce off or to have creative ideas with, that your ideas become stale. You can find you're stressed, overworking, putting in too many hours, these sorts of patterns. And what I also find is one of the tells is a mindset piece which is around negativity and often what I call avoiding loss. So rather than being creative and looking for opportunity and building out and growing, there's often this temptation to stay steady, stay static, and actually regress a little bit. And that's not great as a leader. So there's some of the common signs to look out for, and they might resonate with you. The problem, now, it's easy to think about things because our brain being in its thinking bias of status quo and staying with what we know. The problems that can happen, we don't often see them, but they often look like this. So poor decision making or avoiding decisions. Lack of creativity, lack of new opportunity. Problems with other contributors, collaborators, team, those sorts of things. Because actually, who's there to support you? Who's there to challenge you? Who's there to help you flourish? And if there's no one there because everyone's beneath you in terms of the hierarchy, or you're a solopreneur or something like that, then we can get very stale and the effect is really unhealthy on ourselves, on our mental well-being, our emotional state, and our business. So there's some of the key things to do. But let's not dwell there, right? Let's get into a connected state. So if you're listening to this, already you are not lonely anymore. You're taking in something else from someone else. So there's a connection, there's a bounce. Now, all right, you're not able to have a live conversation with me, but I'm going to invite you to think and connect into what I'm going to say, which is that if you're working with someone, now that might be a collaborator, it might be a mentor, it could be a business friend, it could be a coach. You have the space to process your thinking. You have the space to be heard and to hear. And most of us human beings do very, very well in social environments. Now, of course, we need the right environment. You want to be around peers and like-minded people who are in the right space. You want to be around people that are going to push you and challenge you. You don't want to be too safe. You want to be able to flourish and grow, but with a sense that you're respected and, psychologically safe. So pushing those edges are really important. Now, I found many founders. I'm going to talk about a case study that I work with. We'll call him John because I alias my clients because of private confidentiality. So John was running this company and he was a really, super intelligent guy, right? Super, super intelligent. Well, what he'd noticed over a few years, he'd kind of stagnate. The creative solutions he was known for, they weren't coming out. And they were repeating options, a lot of stress, a lot of manifestation of problems in his business with his team. So what we looked at was, well, what's going on with this? What's going on with you, John? And he literally didn't have an ideas bounce. He didn't have someone to think about what he's saying and challenge that or add something, contribute. And what we found was he'd become very, very stale, unhappy, and unsuccessful in that whole context. So it was like, okay, we need to do something here. So to take away the loneliness, we were building connection. Now, I was fortunate to be coaching John, and that's where the coaching capacity comes in. But mentoring can work well, or a business buddy can work well as well. In coaching, of course, we're geared, right? It's what we do. We hear deep stuff. We help understand psychology and human behavior and really shift that. So with John, what I heard was he hadn't had his ideas validated. he hadn't been challenged. Like, why are you doing that? Instead of the what should I do? The why question. What's important to you? What lights you on? Where haven't you gone? And by this process of questioning in our work together, John literally changed over a period of time. He literally changed from being this fairly stagnate, quite defensive individual to a really creative founder. And he was starting to find solutions, not only his business, but he was starting to put sidelines in as well. So he was building out his offering. And the biggest thing, after a period of time we were working together, he was smiling, like, yeah, but it's a great idea. I want to bring it to the session. I want to play this one out. Now, I help people curate those ideas. So it's not my idea. It's my help to bring that forth. But he was just shifting so nicely. But the other thing John said to me, he said, look, I haven't really been able to share what it's like because, everyone works for me. They're on my payroll or they're my collaborators. It's so good just to be heard and seen. And the amount of energy that takes or releases, I should say, is wonderful. So if you are a leader of some kind, a founder, solopreneur, consultant, and you are finding you're a little stale in your decision making, a little stressed, not enough headspace, they are possible tells that you are lonely and you need and will benefit from connection. So you can try it for a business buddy, a cohort, a mentor, or a good coach who can help be with you on those points of the journey to really shift you. Because we're social species, most of us flourish when we're with others and those ideas come together and they create something new. So if you're feeling lonely, the tell is this is no longer healthy for me. If that's for you, for me, what do I need to do about it? So starting to reach out and share and connect. And of course, the opposite of loneliness is connection. So if you are feeling lonely or some of these experiences I've mentioned are coming up for you, seek connection and notice what it does for your creativity and your mindset and your problem solving. And I trust it will stimulate you into doing something good and, of course, feeling a little bit more joyful in the process. So let me know how you get on. Until the next time, take care.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe. And if a friend would benefit from hearing this, do send it on to them as well. If you would like to get in touch yourself, then you can go to my website, which is saljeffreys.com, spelled SALJEFFERIES, saljeffreys.com. Hit the Get in Touch link, and there you can send me a direct message. If you'd like to go one step further and learn whether coaching can help you overcome a challenge or a block in your life, then do reach out and I offer a call where we can discuss how this may be able to help you. Until the next time, take care.